All right, everybody, welcome. I'll kind of keep the eye out here. For some reason, Zoom is making me admit people as they come in. So I'll keep my eye out for the notification here. So this week, I'm going to kick off a series that we're going to be talking about the things that I look at when I launch new products. And for those of you watching on the replay, I know a lot of you consume this on the replay. I appreciate you taking the time as well. So we'll try to kind of get through this. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the tablet here in a moment and just give you a couple case studies of how I would kind of look at this product development and launching new products. So this time of year is really a really good time to start thinking about, new products, new services, new offerings that you can implement during some slow time here later in December. Typically mid-month to the first week of January, we slow down a little bit. So it's a great time to be looking at new products, researching new products, kind of just looking at your whole business model and seeing where you strategically need to make some changes. And December 18th, I will be hosting an industry wide free workshop to guide people through the process of building out your blueprint for 2021. So look for the notifications there. I have 100 seats available, and those will fill up pretty quick. I'm going to try to work on streaming that through our Facebook site so we can have more users. But the green sheet will be sending out some notifications to have readers sign up for that as well. Last year we had a really good turnout. So I'll spend about an hour, hour and a half on the 18th just walking through the process of setting up your targets for 2021. And then the plan next year is I'm going to back off a little bit on the interviews and things. I'll still do some, but I'm going to guide people through these 90-day sprints, doing the planning, working through the planning, and then posting up content within the community. So what we're focused on today is talking about launching products and things that you want to consider when you're launching products. There's really 5 areas that I focus on. Profit potential, that's like number one for me. So I want to look at the profit potential, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Market research, looking at the market size, the competitive environment around that product, and then ongoing service commitments and product implementations. Now, I'll be honest with everyone, I've probably launched 30, 35 major products over the last 25 years and a couple very, very large product launches, dealing with thousands and thousands of sales reps. And I have made my share of mistakes when launching these products. So hopefully I can share some of that wisdom that I learned the hard way, and you guys can avoid that. So whether you're an ISO, certainly if you're a bigger organization, you're an ISO organization, there's a lot more to think about with products. There's payments and commissions and integration into current systems and software platforms and just a lot of complexity around launching a new product and supporting it. If you're a smaller group or a one-man operation, it's a lot easier. And you're typically an affiliate, a reseller, some kind of partner with that product. So I'm going to give you a couple examples here today and some of the things that I think about when looking at new products, and just chat if you have any issues with volume or screen, but hopefully you can see everything just fine. So really when I was out just starting my business, right, the biggest thing that I would look at would be the profit potential, right? How is this product going to create more revenue for me? And back when I started, ISOs weren't quite like they were today. A lot of them didn't have the lineup that ISOs have. So many of the ISOs you guys are probably working with out there might have 5, 10, 15. I mean, who knows how many products? They've got gateways and free terminals and surcharging and cash discounting and point of sale systems and mobile devices and reoccurring billing and all kinds of cool products. So it was a lot different when I came into the business. But I'd look at your current lineup with your ISO And then looking outside of that current lineup, maybe there are products that are going to potentially create some great revenue for your business. So that's the first thing I look at is really what's the revenue opportunity here and what does the revenue model look like? Is it a one-time upfront commission? Is it upfront and an ongoing residual? Do I make a renewal? Is it a yearly agreement, a 2-year agreement, and then there's a renewal period? Do I make a commission on that renewal? So, my thinking is I'm always trying to create things that are going to continually pay me in a reoccurring manner. So the upfront is nice, but I'm really looking at the long-term residual reoccurring revenue opportunity when I'm looking at products. And if you've got a bigger organization, 100, 200, 300, 400 salespeople, one great product, if it's adopted by those salespeople, can really impact your bottom line revenue in a positive way pretty quickly. So the other thing I would think about, and I'm going to play with some numbers here in a minute on the tablet and give you an example of two instances. I'm going to look at an MCA and I'm going to look at consumer finance or a point of sale finance product. But what are other ISOs earning out there? So if you're talking to someone, what are they experiencing? Is this a winner for them? Is it creating revenue to the bottom line? Is it potentially creating value to your company or portfolio? So if you've got an exit strategy down the road, would this product or this new revenue stream be able to add more value to your multiple that you could ask for your company or your portfolio? Certainly, when I look at buying a portfolio or when I've worked with people selling a portfolio, there's a big difference in value between, let's say, someone that wants to retire and just wants to exit their portfolio and get out of the business. And then there's a difference between somebody that's selling a portfolio that is going to start writing business with that new company that's buying the portfolio, right? So that would be someone that you're buying a portfolio and you're having them commit to distribution or deal volume or merchant accounts that are coming into your company. And then there's a third opportunity if you're buying a company and they've got a portfolio and they have sales distribution, then the multiple of that company is much, much higher. So when somebody's looking at buying your company or your book or your revenue stream, if you've got, you know, different revenue streams and different product segments that you have money coming in, of course, your merchant services business will probably be the primary one. But if you've got other accretive revenue that's coming in, it's going to make the value of your portfolio and your company much more attractive to that buyer. So could you carve out this product? Maybe it's a completely separate revenue stream. Is it possible at some point you might want to just sell that revenue stream or part of that revenue stream? Is it possible for you to do that? Most add-on products, typically you can't do that, but it's always worth asking the question. And then what type of penetration could you expect from your current portfolio or customer database? So I would look at, one, I have this existing book of business, right? I have these existing merchants, or maybe I have merchants that are processing with me, and then I have lost opportunities. Hopefully you've got a CRM or some type of system where you can market to that list or that base. Then you have this new product that might be an opportunity to upsell after they come on board with new merchants. So you're boarding X number of new merchants per month that might be an opportunity for this new product. And then you might have cross-selling opportunities throughout the year as well. So, depending where that product sits in your lineup, when you offer the product and how you use the product, there's a lot of different ways that you could really get traction pretty quickly. And the first place I would always look is my existing portfolio and my existing base of merchants, right? Like what do my merchants look like? What are their MCC mixes? What type of businesses are they? And this new product that I'm looking at, it really needs to serve that base, what that average base or what that average merchant looks like. It needs to be able to add value to them and really solidify and create a nice little offering for yourself. So let's look at a couple examples here. So let's try to pop on over here and share my tablet. Okay, and I'm going to turn off this camera here so I can write. So let me give you two examples. Let's look at a merchant cash advance product, right? And this could be a loan product, a term loan product, an asset-based lending product, your merchant cash advance product. There's all different ones out there. It's basically in the business lending space. And this is a pretty popular product that a lot of guys offer in the merchant services industry, and I think it's a great one to consider. So if I'm looking at the profit potential of this, I'm going to look at the upfront potential. Let's say that there's an upfront of 8%, and you get 4% on the renewal, right? And let's just say you have 100 clients today. So you've got a book of 100 merchants that you have today, and you feel like that with this business lending or this cash advance product, you're going to be able to penetrate about 10% of those merchants and be able to sell them this program or this product. So 10% of 100 would be 10 new sales, right? And if you look at your merchant base, you'll kind of get a feel for what the average loan would be. But let's just say that your average cash advance is 20K. And that would mean you'd have 10 clients times 20K would be $200,000 in lending volume. And what we say we were going to make 8%. So that gives you 16,000 in new revenue from that product. Let me fix my. Okay. And then let's assume that of those customers, of those 10, let's just say 30% renew. And that 30% would be 3 times the 20K would be another 60K. And you're going to make 4% on that. That's 2,400. So we have made the 16,000 plus the 2,400. That gives us a total of 18,400. Right? And maybe you can make that per year offering that merchant cash advance. Now, some of you might be doing a lot more of that. Some of you maybe have never looked at merchant cash advance. I'm not a big lover of merchant cash advance. I think it's a very high rate product for a consumer, but there is a place for it for those businesses that need it. I like the other business lending products, term loans and asset-based lending, but those pay a little bit less commission, but those can typically be bigger deals. So let's look at a comparison. So you made 18,400, and let's say you do that for 5 years. That product is worth 90, what is that? 92,000 over 5 years. So let's go to another product. Let's look at point of sale financing. Or we can call this consumer finance. I know this product well because I own a company that does this. So let's say you have that same 100 merchants, and we're going to adopt a higher rate than 10% because more of these merchants are going to need to finance their products. So we're talking about automotive repairs that need to finance the transmission for their customer, furniture stores, mattress stores, jewelry stores, golf carts. We can almost home improvement projects. So if you deal with contractors that need financing for their products for their customers, like outdoor kitchens, roofs, siding, etc. So we're going to say we're going to adopt 20%. It literally probably would be higher than that, but let's just say we get 20 clients on this product. And let's just say, just to be conservative, that those 20 clients are going to do an average of $5,000 per loan, consumer loan, not MCAs. This is a customer borrowing money to buy their services from the merchant, right? So 5,000 is pretty low, but let's just be conservative. And let's just say that each location, so that's 20 locations times 5 is 100,000 per month. And let's just say each location does 3 loans a month. So your volume is going to be 300,000 per month. And you could look at it a different way too. You could take each merchant's going to do 15,000, however you want to do your numbers. Now, the average commission on a point of sale product is anywhere from 1% to 2%. So let's just take 1.5 times 300,000. This product is worth $4,500 a month, right? So in this scenario, if I just have those 20 merchants doing 3 loans at 5,000 each, you're going to earn on average about 1.5% of the total loan volume. You're going to be making $4,500 a month as long as that merchant stays with you. It's just like credit card processing, right? So this same product now has created a reoccurring revenue stream, right? Like credit cards, not like the one-time sale up here. This is good though, because you're going to get some renewal income as well. And if I take that 4,500 times 12 months, that's going to be worth what? 60 minus 6, 54,000 a year in revenue. And I take that 54 times 5 years is $270,000. So compared to 92, I get 270. So those are the type of things that when I'm looking at products, so if I've got this type of revenue, can I spend more money on marketing? Can I spend more money on client acquisition? Can I spend or can I recruit more sales partners? If you're hiring sales partners, it's a lot sexier to tell that sales partner, hey, do our free terminal with our cash discount, and then you can also pick up financing on those same customers. And here's what you're going to make on your average merchant, right? When you're presenting that to those customers. So that's really what I look at when I'm picking apart those numbers. And let's get me back to my presentation here. So just an example for you comparing MCA to point of sale. And I look at that profit potential, but the other big thing that I look at too is the secondary gain on these accounts, right? So what's the secondary gain when I'm offering this new product? And oftentimes, this is even more important in some cases than the profit, because if I've got a product that I can use to get my foot in the door, and we know retailers do this all the time, right? They have loss leaders that I can get myself in the door. It's easy to talk about, easy to get in there and speak to that business owner. Then I can spin him over to something else I'm selling. That could be a great strategy for you as well, right? But I want to look at And I don't like the loss leader approach anymore. I tried that for many years. I really would want to make money every time I'm putting out effort with a merchant, and every time that I'm selling or on the phone with the merchant. So I want to sell them something that I'm going to make some revenue off of, and then I want to pick up my other products. So how else, when you're thinking about these products and positioning them, how else might that product add to your bottom line? How can you use it to maybe prospect with, generate leads, run ads on social media, whatever you're doing, get into Facebook groups and present your product. There's so many ways to market these days. Get into your, is this a product you could offer at your BNI group or your chamber meeting that's unique and different, that would engage and start a relationship where you could say, oh gosh, let me get you started here. Oh, by the way, we do this, right? And you can start to offer them all the other things that you do. Can you use this product as a primary sale and pick up other revenue from your offers in something like point of sale financing? The answer is absolutely yes, right? So can you lead with this product, make the sale, and then say, by the way, I do this or offer this? And what some of our guys do on point of sale is they ask them for their credit card processing statement, because they're getting them set up. It's a financial product. Hey, grab me a copy of your processing statement. I'll send it in to get you approved. And what they're really doing is when they come back in, they've prepared a proposal for them, or they said, hey, I was looking at your statement anyway, your processing statements, and we had to send it in. And man, you sure are paying a higher rate. Here's what we could do for you. Or, hey, to set up this financing program, it's normally $300 or $400 a month to get set up. We can waive that if you go ahead and commit to giving us your processing volume. And you can do the same thing with your other products, right? Whether it's point of sale systems or your gateways or your online ordering products, whatever it is, you can lead with online ordering maybe and try to pick up the whole point of sale system in the place of business. So when I get to the end of these 4 sessions, I'll give you my top 10 value add products that I would probably be out there offering. Another great example this time of year, of course, is gift cards, right? You can go out, give a merchant 50 free gift cards, 100 free gift cards, or sell them a gift card package, pick up their business with the gift cards, and then pick up the rest of the business on the back end. The other thing I'd look at too is, does this product help you reduce attrition, right? Whereby it helps you hold your margin, helps you keep your portfolio profitable, right? So, research shows when a merchant has 2 or more products with you, the attrition rates drop drastically. If they have 3 with you, they're probably never going to go anywhere. So, maybe you want to add a program or product that you're not making a lot of money on, but it's sticky, right? It's very sticky. They love it. You're the guy that gave it to them and provided it. You're providing these other services. Something that comes to mind might be like invoicing, right? You might have a payment gateway that does invoicing, and it syncs with their QuickBooks, and it allows them to do 2 or 3 pay or reoccurring billing. And you got a nice little gateway with an invoicing product that they get attached to, that they're not going anywhere with. A hosted payment page maybe is integrated with that. So those are some things that create stickiness and that keeps that merchant on the books for you. And then ultimately, you want to add a product or service that delivers more than just a new revenue stream. We want the new revenue stream, but we want these secondary gain items, right? So you want to think through that when you're brainstorming about what products you want to offer and bring out to the marketplace. So that's it for today. I thank you for attending. Next week, we'll talk about market research, some of the tools I use for market research, what you want to look for out there from a competitive perspective, and out from a marketing research perspective. So I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for attending today. We'll get the replay up here by this afternoon or early in the morning. Feel free, email me if you've got questions or post them in the group, and we'd be happy to answer them in the Bankcard Life group or any other groups that I'm contributing in. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.